Laura Flanders here for Grit TV and Free Speech TV, working with the Uptake and WORT Community Radio. With me, Leo Gerard. He's the president of the U.S. Steelworkers. What brings steelworkers to Madison to support public workers here in Wisconsin?
Well, we think that this is an attack on working people everywhere. This is an attempt to dismantle collective bargaining, and an injury to one is an injury to all. We have 1.2 million active and retired members. They're watching this. We have alliances all around the world. Unions all around the world are watching what happens in America. They're watching what happens in Wisconsin. So we're here to give them our support.
There's an enormous crowd in the rotunda right behind us, and that's the crowd you're hearing cheer. They're concerned there may be an effort to evict them from this place this evening. I hear they might have some backup.
Well, tonight it's going to be a little hard for them to evict people. We're going to have a rotunda that's going to be full of students, steelworkers, and firefighters. And when we lock arms, it's hard to drag our butts out. And so we don't intend to leave easily.
The last time I saw steelworkers locking arms with students and environmentalists and activists for a fairer planet and a fairer world, it was in Seattle. How would you connect Seattle and the uprising against the World Trade Organization and the IMF to this moment right here in Madison?
I think it's part of the same fight. We were against the World Trade Organization and global free trade that has cost millions of jobs all around the world. In fact, in the United States during the Bush era, it cost us 53,000 factories, and it eroded the wealth-making apparatus of America. Now what we see here is an attack on the service sector. We see an attack on public sector unions that give the kind of service to our kids, to our elderly, to us when we're in distress, whether it's a fire or we need policemen. So it's an attack on working people that's unwarranted and unacceptable.
Wisconsin was one of the first places in the U.S. to see the end of federally guaranteed welfare. And we saw the attack on poor people spread in a way from there. What happens if Wisconsin's governor gets away with this change of the rights of public employees in this state?
I'm not prepared to accept that he will get away with it. But this is in reality an attack on the living standards, but on the quality of life, not just of my generation, but of the next generation. When you dismantle collective bargaining, you dismantle the opportunity for people to share in the wealth they create or in the services they provide. If you can't bargain about class size, if you can't bargain about patient-nurse ratio, then everything gets pushed down. And the reality is we're attacking the wrong people. The people who created this mess are the bandits on Wall Street, of which many of them should be in jail instead of out walking around. And I made the point in there about hedge fund managers that basically have robbed the kitty. Average hedge fund manager made $785 million last year. That's crazy.
Where do you go next?
Well, we're going to have rallies in Indiana, we're going to have rallies in Ohio, we're going to have rallies in New Jersey, we're going to have rallies in Maine, we're going to have rallies in New Hampshire. In fact, a bunch of our members in California, where they're not having this problem, have thrown money into a pot, they've chartered a plane, and they're coming east and they're coming to rally. So we're going to have rallies everywhere, including in Pittsburgh on Thursday. Where we're under attack, we're going to fight. And we're going to fight one day longer. This isn't about me. This is about the next generation of kids and grandkids. I want my grandkids to have at least as good a shot in life as I had.
The Steelers in Packertown. This is an alliance that's only growing. Leo Gerard from the U.S. Steelworkers. I'm Laura Flanders with Grit TV.